Okay. Um, Last night I had a phone call from a gentleman from New York, and he was in a situation where he needed to get his birth certificate, both apostilled, and he needed a notarized translation of the birth certificate. I assumed that he was born in California because he called me from New York, and that's not the case. He just found me on social media, and he was actually born in New York. So I did one New York birth certificate, oh, probably 6 or 7 months ago, and I'm now doing another one. So he told me that he does have his original birth certificate, and he also had an exemplification letter that accompanied his birth certificate. And I thought, well, geez, that's fantastic. If you have your birth certificate, it's issued by the correct people. I have a copy of it here. It's from the city of New York. This is just a photocopy, but he needed to have it translated. So typically in this situation, what I do is this: I have the client text me a picture of his birth certificate first. That way, I can get started on the translation. I use a certified translator here I'm in Monterey Park. She's in Montebello where I do it. It's like 15-20 minute drive away. So that way I can just text her a copy of the birth certificate. She can get going on the translation. This was just last night. I went and picked up the translation earlier today, and everything here is complete. Now, for his actual birth certificate, this this was kind of a doozy. Let me explain to you exactly what happened. So in California, I understand what exactly California is looking for when it comes to birth certificate. In other states, it can be a little bit complicated because in order to get a birth certificate apostille, the correct person from the state really needs to sign it. So they were closed at the time when he called, and so I said, "Well, does the birth certificate have like a raised seal or anything on it?" And he said, "Yes." And he says it also has an exemplification letter in it. So I thought everything is good to go, perfect. I just thought, well, I'll call the Secretary of State in the morning. Meanwhile, I sent him a label. I just emailed him a label so he can send the birth certificate to me. And he sent me a text this morning and said that he had sent it. Meanwhile, I got a hold of the Secretary of State in New York and come to find out that that birth certificate actually needs another layer of authentication put on it. While it has an exemplification on it, it's not from the county clerk there in New York. It came from somewhere else. And so they basically need to exemplify the exemplification on that birth certificate. Anyway, it's just another step. It's more time. It's more money. So I had the translation done. He's going to mail that to me. Hopefully, I get it here in the next day or so, and I'll be able to send it off to get done. My name is Rufus. I'm the notary dude here in Los Angeles, California. If you have a birth certificate that needs to be apostilled, reach out to me. I'm going to put my information below.